This is Kia Shine, and I'm officially jumping off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
She said she never ever met a nigga like me in her life.
Yes, sir. We got my brother, kinfolk, Kia Shine, jumping off the porch with us today. What's up, bro?
Blessed by the best, and they can have all the rest. Always good to be able to sit down and have a conversation with you, Spitty, man.
Yes,
Seriously,
sir.
man.
Nah, most definitely, bro. Man, great to see you, man.
Let's just talk about what's already happened coming here just today already.
I mean, bro, it's been a legendary day, man.
Yeah.
Man, Manny Fresh,
Juvie. My boy OG Boo Dirty was here.
Boo Dirty was
you
here,
know,
man.
a lot of Memphis in the building, like just a lot of memories with hip hop. Like, you know, a lot of people don't know my relationship with Juvie and Manny goes back to 2002. You know what I mean? I've been knowing those guys 22 years.
Wow.
So when you look at that and just see how everyone has evolved and continue to do good business and be able to you know, just stay relevant and intelligent, bro. I love it. I love being able to see those guys. And then OG Boo Dirty, he connected with Finesse 2 times now.
Yeah,
so that's super cool for Memphis. I just love to see guys come together. Of course, I was working with OG back when he was getting him signed with Gucci Man back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just, you live long enough to be able to have good experiences with people. And that's one thing I'm glad I can be able to do, is just be able to walk around by myself, you know, and no matter what, face card clean, you know, and just good business, bro. So I just appreciate that, man.
Nah,
like,
absolutely,
you know.
Same, bro. I mean, it was, you know, I was telling Juvie, I was like, bro, like this is bucket list, like, bro, thank you for making the dream come true.
Yeah,
you
man.
know, for me, you know what I mean?
Because we grew up, like, you know, we grew up off of them. You know, Manny Fresh, let me give him his flowers right here. Manny Fresh produced about 400 songs. No co-producer, just him.
Right.
Him and all those talented artists over there.
Yeah.
And just that sound, you know, the 90s all the way to 2000s, like, you know what I mean? It was just, they were that.
No, for sure.
You know, that wave, that ability to be able to coordinate sound and be able to come through in a time where music, I feel like it was just a golden era of music. I just feel like those that's why they can still be able to have those performances at Louisiana Fest and Essence and those. And I was there at Essence this year, as a matter of fact. And just seeing those guys come out there and do that, that's why they champion the way they are.
Yeah.
They make timeless music. They've had an impact in this game. And I just love to see them being grown, growing, and glowing, bro.
Nah,
you know
for
what I
sure.
mean?
I was asking them, you know, like, what did they felt like, you know, was the formula that, you know, allowed them to last the test of time. And they were just saying it was, you know, them being relatable and making, you know, music that was relatable. It was like even at the times when they were stunning at an all-time high, it still felt attainable, you know what I mean?
They were inspiring.
Yeah.
You know, they were really inspiring, and you got to think, this is the kind of music, the era that they came from, then the era that I came up in after that, is music before social media. So it really is an era where music, you had to have a strong enough song, and the song had to be so strong that then you would get a video for it. Mm-hmm. If it was like a super strong song. Right. Some songs didn't even have videos that attached to them. The music had to be so good that it would get that word of mouth going, that it would make individuals just, man, I gotta go to the store and go get it. You know, the music was just, to me, it was just stronger and it lasted longer. We got a lot of moment music that we have right now into marketplace today. Hey, you know, and I love what everyone's trying to do, but it's just so much of the emulation of the same thing. Yeah. Everybody wants to do this monkey see, monkey do scene, like, right. Man, and I just, you know, if Boss Man D-Lo comes with a style, then you're gonna have 30 more people coming with that same style. You know what I mean? And then it's like, they don't even necessarily, it's not a bad thing for them to sound alike in this marketplace, in this new generation or whatever. Back in the day, it's like, you know, you didn't want to sound like Manny Fresh. You know, you wanted to be inspired by it. But the thing about it, you don't want to you don't have to reinvent the wheel, but you do need to make a better tire. Yeah. And I think, like, you know, that's what's happening to today's marketplace. Guys aren't really reinventing the wheel properly. You know what I mean? You got to be able to add something to the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because a lot of people scared to take chances because if they see something win, then they gonna jump right into that trend and try to do it because trying to do something new is, they like, man, I'm taking a chance of this not going at all. So at least if I emulate that, some people gonna like it. I don't like that way of thinking.
Yeah, that mentality, but it's like, but when the wave changes, like I'll give you an example. So you have Future, okay? Future came out and he's been consistently doing his thing, right? Because I like what he does. He always gets involved with the new producers and stays like with the current wave or creating new producers, new sounds. Or even rocking back with Metro and doing what he did, just classic, making a classic thing that they do. And being able to be gone, separated for enough time for them to come back together and you miss them. Okay, but let's say a guy like Designer. Designer sounded just like Future with the Panda record. And this is not, what I'm saying is not even being disrespectful, this is just truth. Some people come on here and they say beautiful lies. I like to spit the ugly truth, because you want the beautiful lie, the ugly truth. The ugly truth is someone sounds just like the Future Panda sounds like Future. So then when Future comes back with his new wave and his new sound again, the people are gonna gravitate to Future because he's the one that originated that vibe and that sound. Though, he may have went 10 times platinum with that song, which he did, Diamond with that record, which is great for him. But who is still consistently making that sound happen now? The person who originated. So it's very important that individuals understand that, you can try to get over for a second and sound like, but you're gonna be back in the same category of making moment music for that moment, but it's not gonna have any test of time. You're not gonna be having guys like Juvie and these guys. Your music is not gonna be something that 20 years later you're still packing out whole arenas. This is not what's gonna be taking place.
And a lot of people, a lot of these artists, a lot of creatives aren't looking at it from that standpoint because everybody's moving in this microwave, right? So then we see like these concerts from these legacy artists. You see 50 Cent tour, which is just like one of the biggest, sold out worldwide tours. You know what I mean? Like probably in, I think, like the top 3
He's
or
top
4.
3 as far as the amount of revenue.
Biggest gross in tour. Exactly. But then, we hear about some of the more buzzing younger artists where their tours, they're canceling dates and they're not able to fulfill the full tour, and I think that's because of, number one, making music that's not timeless, and then number two, a lot of these artists also don't focus on their live performance and don't even care about that.
No, they just really, it's about the viral, it's about the right now, but you gotta understand that somebody goes viral every day. People go viral every day. So being able to, if that is your niche in trying to stay viral, then you're gonna find yourself doing things that are gonna be outside of your character to be able to stay viral. You know what I mean? The microwave theory, sometimes some blessings gotta be put in the oven. Some things you gotta put in the oven and just bake, you know what I mean? And let it come all the way out the proper way, you know?
No, for sure. I mean, even, not to harp on Designer, but I think even like for his career, that's why we sort of saw it with the trajectory that it had, because he, came out and had a hit, but then didn't do like the grassroots work that sort of needed to be done. So then it's like, if the next song's not a hit, then
there's no grassroots. That's the thing. With today's marketplace, you could be able to, in today's culture, you can make go viral today, but because everything is so easily to be accessible with your phone, it's not a lot of skin in the game from the audience. I just clicked and I saw you, I pressed play, I downloaded, okay. It didn't take a lot out of my day or my time. I didn't invest a lot of time into that. So if you don't pop back up on my feed or my timeline or my algorithm anymore, if I get tired of listening to your song and there's nothing else coming up from you, hey, it's okay. But the difference between legacy artists like myself or producers or artists like we spoke about with Juvie and 50 and those individuals is that their fan base have way more invested into them. Way more time has been invested into these artists. Way more money has been invested into these artists. And there's more of a relationship between them, the consumer, and the artist, you know what I mean? So there are some that do it very well. Travis Scott has a great relationship with his fan base. But you gotta look though, Travis Scott been at this thing for 13, 14 years. Yet he's killing it right now, but he has done the work of touching the fans, touching the people. He didn't skip the steps. You cannot skip the grind. You know what I mean? You cannot do that and expect to be able to have longevity to your fan bases 50 to 70. You know what I mean? It's just not gonna take place. So, you know, I feel like my job as a you know, I like this term. Shout out to my boy Ray Daniels. He talk about being a culture referee. Yeah. I do think that there are certain individuals like myself that have been around the culture for enough time and been able to make success happen on, off the mic, in the offices, wherever I go. So it's like to be able to give this information, because that's why platforms like DGB continue to win. Even when you talk about a platform in a podcast scenario, these podcasts that only are focusing on the BS, the beef, and those things or whatever, man, like, yeah, you may get a lot of views, but man, if there's no real tools and juice that the audience can use from these interviews, you will lose. Absolutely. And yes, it all rhymed, but that's true though. Yeah. You know what I mean? We are like mining for information in the information day and age. Everybody is wanting to get the information. So you got to make sure that there's a balance of information where you're getting good information for a person's situation. You know, and I think that's what makes longevity, because there's really some substance in it. Yeah. You know, how can something with no substance hold weight? It can't. Okay. You know what I mean? You know, you got a lot of icing but no cake, a lot of sizzle but no steak out here. You know what I mean? Everyone has the rap kit and all the shit, but don't really have the hit. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like we got to really break this thing down as we get ready to go into 25. For the culture to be able to really thrive and stay alive, we've got to really break this thing down and come back with some substance. Yeah. People talk about gatekeeping. There is a positive and a negative to what was going on with the gatekeeping. The positive is there were some good gatekeepers that really understood the culture. Right. And it was like, okay, we're getting off track right now. We're going to drill, kill, drill, kill, drill, kill, drill, kill, and we're seeing the result of that. Because we know art imitates life. We do know that life and death is in the power of the tongue. And what we speak, you're going to speak what you seek until you see what you're saying. And what we're saying and what these artists have been saying, they're now receiving it. Yep. You know what I mean? I don't want to see Dirk locked up. You know, I don't want to see Diddy locked up. Yeah. But when you dissect the careers and the lines and the words, you spell words. You spell words. There's a spell in these words. We got to be careful of what we feeding our ears. We talked about this last time I was here, but the more it becomes true. You know what I mean? You know, people think there's a guy with red horns is gonna come and say, yo, I want to buy your soul, my brother. That's not how it works. Nah. If it came like that, you probably wouldn't do it. Right. You know what I mean? He gonna come humble with the approach. You know, it's gonna be in the choices that you make. You know what I mean? And yeah, I will give you this, and you can have all of this and all of that. But your family may be good, your circle may be good for a moment, but then the enemy gonna come for his back end. Yeah. You know what I mean? You be looking like, man, this is the most beautiful woman I've never had in my life. Man. Yes. And all of a sudden, bam, she's a scorpion. It's the devil. The enemy gonna come for his back end at some point in time. And we are now old enough and wise enough to be able to see the enemy come for his back end. We see it. Yeah. Oh, R. Kelly was a great singer. Oh, listen, the man got songs that could touch you. They could make you feel. But guess what? We lived long enough to be able to see he was on for 30 years. If I told you, Spitty, I'm gonna give you for 30 years, I'm gonna let you have everything you want, have your way. But at some point, I'm gonna come back, and now look how it ends. We are old enough to see how it ends. And if you follow the trends, you're seeing how it ends. I would hope that Drew Felden could get Dirk off. I really hope that there's some way to get it off. But he been in the game for what, since 2010? Yeah. So you look up and you see 14 years and you trying to make a transformation in the public's eye, but it's still, you reap what you sow.
Yeah.
I don't, and mind you, this is just the ugly truth we giving on this interview.
Yeah.
I don't want to see another black man locked up.
We're not saying this person deserves.
No, he does not. I don't want to see that. But if you are rapping words that are telling individuals exactly what you're doing, exactly who you're doing it with, exactly how you did it, then it shouldn't be a surprise when the enemy comes for the back end. Because it's just like, cool, I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Right. It's all cool till it's not.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to let you go ahead, do it. And then as soon as you got enough on you, we're going to crush you, we're going to take you down. And I'm not saying you got to be perfect, but I am saying you got to be aware.
Yeah.
Because this game ain't playing fair.
Yeah.
It's very hard for a very positive individual to get the audience. The negative narrative is what people want to hear. They want to hear that. We go to the movies, we're going to see the gang bang, we're going to see the shooting, we're going to see the killing. That's what we love that.
For sure.
We push by that. But
I've had several times where we've, where I've been talking with my business partners and been expressing frustration, like, damn, man, why is our growth, only going at this certain rate? And then, if comparing it to, maybe other platforms that getting their growth off of beef and clout and things like that. But you look at it like, well, I don't want everything else that comes with.
Because what comes with that, bro? I'm from Memphis. I've lived long enough to see what comes with doing certain things. Yeah, I would love to have what this next artist have as far as the money and all these things, as far as, I'm good, but it's like, okay, but I know what comes with certain things and certain people from where I'm from, what came with that. You know what I mean? And if those individuals are cool with paying that price for that, so be it. You know what I mean? But it is a price to be paid. Yeah. And a little bit of your soul has been sold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just, and I see it. You know what I mean? I see it, and I don't like it. So what I want to do is try to have interviews like these and have conversations to get somebody some inspiration to be like, okay, man, I know you might be in a messed up situation right now. I know you might be in a situation where you want to go from point A to point hit record and you own with your music. So you want to do anything to be able to do it. But be very careful of that decision that you make, because life about choices, and you're gonna live with the ones you make. And time gonna tell what's right if you made some mistakes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we see these mistakes that happen in front of us. So don't just see things that happen with Dirk and see things that happen to Diddy and see things that's happening to these artists, and then don't learn from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Learn from it.
So being an artist that's active, being a creative that's active.
I prefer creative.
Yeah, for sure. So being a creative that's active, what's your responsibility, or what do you feel is your responsibility when it comes to your role now in media, where you got your podcast, what I mean, Coffee with Kinfolk, you regularly are posting. I mean, you're posting daily, reporting news. You
can't spell media
topics
without immediately.
Yeah.
I think it's important to explain the topics, but give the topics to the people in a way that they can relate to it. Like, I'm gonna address what took place with Dirk, but then I'm not gonna address it in a way that I see other individuals say, okay, it's over with for Dirk, man. Hey, man, bro shouldn't have been doing this, that, and the third and all that. Yeah, they might get a lot of views and clicks when you come that way. But, and they may champion you for that day, for that particular content. But bro, what you putting out there, his family, his people, they hearing that. You know what I mean? And then what about when he come out? Just like individuals thought it was, who just got out? Young Thug.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of cats, when Thug was locked up, they were saying it's over with.
Yeah.
Always over with, man. Yeah. We quick to be able to say it's over with. You know what I mean? Yeah. And a lot of guys got a lot of views and a lot of engagement based on that type of narrative. Me, I'm gonna give you not the beautiful lie. I'm gonna give you the other truth. I'm gonna talk about what's going on in the media, but at the same time, I'm gonna give you the both sides of it, the reality of it. You know what I mean? Because we need to be able to see both sides of it. I'm so glad that Thug was able to get out. I'm glad that he was able not to have to fall, you know what I mean, and be locked up for the rest of his career, because people are depending on him. Sometimes you know, if you are anointed and appointed to do something and you go the wrong way, it'd be like navigation. You ever went the wrong way on navigation? When you're going somewhere, made a wrong turn? Well, guess what? When you make that wrong turn, it's cool. The navigation gonna recalibrate and get you going back. It may take you a longer time to get to where you're going, but those who God loves and is anointed and appointed to be able to do a particular thing, he gonna let you, he gonna redirect you. Okay, let me get you back where you're going. Okay, and I think that's what's happening with Young Thug.
Yeah.
I think that's what's gonna happen with Young Boy. You know what I mean? Like, these guys have been spared. You know what I mean? But it's so easy to get back in society and start re-emulating the same things unless he does what Gucci Mane has done. Gucci Mane has completely reinvented himself. He is no longer around any of the individuals he used to be around. You must cut off individuals. Your blessing is attached to what you got to do is so much bigger than he that you like to hang with or her that you like to hang with, because the enemy will use whatever he can to kill, steal, and destroy whatever we enjoy.
Yeah.
So it could be, oh, okay, that's your homie. He got the key to the streets all the time. I want to get you back in that environment. All it takes is one wrong move, get in the car with wrong individual, and you're back, Jack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All it takes is that, okay, man, you know, you're trying to be sober, right? Okay, I'm gonna go have this drink with these girls over here, or pop this or pop that with my kinfolks, and all it takes is that.
Yeah.
And that's what, guess what? He got you niggas where they want you again.
How many times we done watched on First 48 when they show them in that room and they, like, a person confess and they be like, man, I just blacked out and I opened my eyes and next thing you know, they was on the ground dead. Like,
But see
take
that
2 seconds for you to snap and do some life-changing shit.
That's why I like Wallow. Wallow always gets on his platform and tries to talk to these individuals. He's done it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like what he does. You know, people may look at that as, man, he ain't being street, but he being real and being honest because he did that time. And the minute they take your freedom, the second that you want it. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's imperative, because when you see those individuals when they get locked up, Spitty, man, they look like they face have been just like the spirit done sucked out of them, right? It looked like, what happened? Because you were, that's what happened. The spirit got you, bro. It's good and evil out here. You know what I'm saying? Just like a car battery. It take a negative and a positive to start it.
Yeah.
So it's out here now. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful of which one you feed, because the enemy wanna suck you up. And then when he through sucking you up, get what? It goes to the next individual, and you sitting there with that picture, with the mug shot, looking like, what happened? What happened? What happened is he was over for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He got you.
And ain't nothing you can do about it when they get
and it's like it's tough. And if you're in that position, like, you know, there's always signs that come before it, bro. There's always a sign. There's always gonna be a moment. My wife talks about this all the time. Like, anytime you get ready to do something that ain't of your purpose, it's always a little second that's gonna come. There's something to tell you, hey, might not be it. So when you get jammed or when it happened, it's gonna be like, damn, bro, that wasn't it, bro. I heard that.
Yeah, that
but
little
you
gut
just
feeling.
but you just didn't act on what you heard.
Yeah.
And maybe you couldn't hear it clear because you was on the pills, and you was on this and you was on that, and these things that you were on removed you from being able to hear the signs clearly. Man, the enemy can use anything, you know what I mean, to be able to get you off your square. You gotta set your temperature on what you want it to be, and you gotta leave it right there. Just like you said the temperature in your car, like you said the temperature in your house before you leave out. How you want it to be, we have free will to be able to set how we want our life to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, that's real. And a lot of people don't give themselves, like, don't afford themselves the opportunity to do what they want to do, be able to wake up and just, you know, do what they love to do. I mean, it's not easy, bro. Like, people look at the final result and, you know what I mean? Like, but they don't look at the grind, the work that it took to get there.
They don't.
You know what I mean?
They do not, though, man. Like, it's a blessing to be able to get up and kiss my babies, to be able to hug my kids, to be able to get up, take a hot shower, to be able to have a house to be able to be in, to be able to have a car to drive. There's so many things. I count my blessings and never my problems. I just count them because I like, okay, I know I know this is great. This is great. Yeah, I may want this, or I may want these other things, or these things may want me. Whatever I desire wants me. I believe that, and I speak that. But it's like so many of us. Sometimes we get so caught up in what we scrolling and what we seeing and all that or whatever that you start to negate or neglect or take for granted. You know what I'm saying? What you have. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to take advantage of what people take for granted. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like being able to be free, being able to be alive, being able to be here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not a guarantee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and you don't want something to have to happen to you for you to always have to be reminded of that.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's enough stuff happening to other people out here for you to be able to be reminded of that.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I always say, like, I try to, have a proactive approach instead of a reactive approach.
That's it right there.
You know what I mean?
The proactive approach, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because if you spend your time reacting all day, like, you know what I mean, everything, bro, like, that's a tough life.
Yeah, your anxiety be going crazy, you know what I mean? And then, you can never, like, really plan something. You can never, be strategic with anything. Everything is based off of
reaction. You
Yeah.
reacting, so you can't sit still enough to be able to be intentional enough with your grind and what you want to get ready to go do.
Yeah.
You got to be intentional. You know what I mean? The situation ain't not accidental. You know what I mean? This is on purpose, in your purpose, on purpose. You know what I mean? You gotta sit there and put that down like that. You know, since the last time we spoke, I think last year, man, I've been sober, you know what I'm saying, for like the last year and 4 months, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't think there's anything wrong with weed, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I ain't smoking or drinking or doing nothing right now, only because I feel like there are certain seasons where you have to be clear.
That's real.
There are just certain seasons, even if you smoke, that's cool, but you can't pretend like the weed don't have any type of effect on what you're thinking over a long-term period. So you gotta get clear sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether it's a 24-hour fast, 72-hour fast, sometimes just get clear.
Yeah.
So you could be able to hear, you know what I'm saying? And get by yourself. Turn that phone off sometime. You know what I mean? Turn everything off sometime. Go sit in the sauna and just meditate.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when people go to jail, they say, man, I come out of jail and they get right on. You know why? If they come out of jail and get right on, it's because all that BS they was paying attention to and all that, and them distractions is minimized. So then you come out of jail and you like, man, I'm finna get right on it.
Yeah,
And then you own it.
Yeah.
And then, nigga, you talking about, man, I'm about out 6 months, man, and I'm killing shit. But then once you find yourselves getting back into that same routine and same rigmarole of being around little kinfolk and them and doing that and the third and listening to these voices, listening to this, then you're not listening to the right voice. You know what I mean? So it's just important that we stay focused.
Yeah.
Find our cash under stress. Find our creativity under stress. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have things that are going on in our life at the same time.
Right.
But under all these circumstances, or these situations, or find our cash or find our center under situations, because we all going through things, you know what I mean? So that acronym could be used, we gotta focus, you know what I mean? And you gotta focus, man. Like when you focus on it, man, listen, man, things start to materialize, man, you know what I mean?
For real. I just saw DJ Fresh from the Bay Area. He just did a collab mixtape with Currency, but I saw him post on Twitter. He said, when I'm in my monk phase right now.
Ooh, I like that.
And he said that, and he said over the last year, some of the biggest, things have happened, to me in my life. Man, I DM'd him so fast and was like, bro, what have you been doing? Like, cause I want to know, you know what I mean?
And that goes back to the information.
Yeah.
We have the ability to be able to, what'd he say? DM, boom, right to the information. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is information day and age. Absolutely. You know what I mean? A dumb move will be not to use your smartphone.
Come on.
A dumb move will be not to use your smartphone as a tool to be able to get the information for your situation.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
So if somebody's going through a transformation, as your kinfolk Fresh was doing, it's like, in the monk phase, man, you got to go through these phases, bro. You have to. Man, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Like, there are things that I desire, right? So it's like, okay, I'm gonna sacrifice things that I like to be able to get the things that I love. Okay, so that's what my sacrifice what the weed was.
Yeah.
Because even the one know me, I keep some of the best quality of tree, you know what I mean? And I still think it's medicinal purposes for my kids with autism and my people with autism out there is necessary. But sometimes you have to sacrifice certain things to be able to bring in certain things.
That's real.
You know what I mean?
That's real.
For you, so you gotta just sacrifice. So there could be certain things you eat. If you can't control what you put in your mouth, you ain't gonna be able to control what come out your mouth.
That's real.
If you can't control what you're putting in your ear, you ain't gonna be able to control what you're speaking. It's like there's discipline. You have to have discipline.
Got to.
So when you get that discipline and you're hearing clearly what you need to be doing and you get that, then you start putting action towards what you believe and what you're hearing, and then you'll start to see that everything that you're doing in your life is only aligned with the thing that you love and that you want to get, your purpose. Like what I said earlier, the situation is not accidental, it's on purpose.
Yeah.
You gotta be on your purpose, on purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think when you do that and you eliminate these things, then you do start to see things just is okay, you've weeded out all this stuff. So now you know, and no pun intended, weed it out. But it's like, boom, and now you have the thing that you want. And I found myself in that situation just pushing myself. And in that time frame, I shot the movie with The Rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And was like, okay. Because, you know, I want to be great with this acting thing. And I've been blessed to be able to be in some cool things, you know what I mean? From 17 with Atlanta to Star to, you know, Day Clone Tyrone last year was #1 on Netflix to Superfly. And I'm like, you know, all right, I want to do more. But it's a difference in the situation. It ain't like music where I can just go and say, I'm gonna make more music. I'm gonna just go in here and keep making. I can keep creating things, but there's a level of patience that you gotta exercise when you're dealing with film and television. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I've been doing.
Word. So let's speak on the Red One movie.
Yeah.
When I saw that trailer, I was tripping. I'm like, all right, so we got a Christmas horror sci-fi movie.
Action
Thriller.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? With The Rock, Lucy Liu.
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons.
Chris
yeah, my guy
Evans.
from Spider-Man.
Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, bro, like, and this is gonna speak volumes to somebody watching. I booked that job end of 22, and I worked it from the end of 22 all the way to mid 23, right? Okay, because the role had so many parts of continuity, which is such a blessing, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm coming to work, putting makeup on, and doing the whole thing, and becoming this bad guy, this Yule lad who works for this Christmas witch. But I may have had maybe 5 lines in the movie, which is great, but the continuity, I gotta do these other scenes where I'm doing parts of it the whole entire time.
Yeah.
So that bag is going up. But I'm on set, putting those hours in, learning from the most paid individual in the entire TV thing is The Rock. That's who get the most money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm able to watch and learn while I earn.
Yeah.
Whole time I'm going through this thing, I'm not telling anybody.
Yeah, because I didn't know about it.
Yeah,
you didn't
I didn't even
mention-
bring it up
Nah.
last year. You know what I'm saying? These are things that I'm already knowing that's taking place in my life. But the difference is in this social media information era is I'm not talking about it until it's out.
Right.
You can't hate on what you don't know. By the time you know, it's too late to hate. It's already took place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, it's between me and my God. It's just God and my grind.
Yeah.
Everything else is gonna be fine. If I continue to focus on that, I'm not gonna sit here and the individuals who may say, they may not know all the behind the scenes things I do.
Right.
They may just look at me and say, that's just the dude who sings so crispy. That's all they know. Well, guess what? I'm not finna come out and let you know what I got going on. just so I can refute you and win you in the argument.
Right.
I don't care what you think. I'm done with that.
Yeah.
I'm focused, like your man say, I'm in my monk phase. I'm in my place where I'm like, I'm cutting out everything else and ain't got nothing to do between me and this blessing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to see it come together, but I had to have patience and wait. Man, you know, I played in Marvel movies that I got a grip to play in, and they cut my whole part out.
Wow.
I've seen that. That was in Hawkeye. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, it's been like, okay, you know what? yeah, hush. Hustle until something happen. You know what I mean? Hush. Don't it speak with your actions.
Yeah.
Talk about it when it's out.
I can
you know
show
what I
you
mean?
better than I can tell you.
Exactly. And that's what my mama used to tell me, man. You show them better than you can tell them. You know what I mean? So I sat there and held that. That's what between me and God.
Yeah, I was salty you ain't telling me you was in a movie with Captain America.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, listen, imagine me. And then here's the thing. When I booked it, when you book those kind of movies, bro, they don't even send you the real name of the movie. You know what I'm saying? It's about anonymity. They don't want you to even know what's going on all the way till you get to set. After you done signed off, you ain't nothing. Full non-disclosure agreement. You know what I mean? And I learned just that. So it's like the other part of that is just like, so you never know what a person got going on. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by the past thing that you think this person. You don't know what folk got going on, man.
Yeah.
Good or bad. You know
real.
what I mean? So it's like, so that was one of those lessons for me. It's like, you know what? Patience. Patience, bro. My locks represent patience. You know what I'm
You have
saying?
to have a lot of patience to like sit and make up all that time
Bro,
too.
man, I said makeup for an hour and a half, putting prosthetics on me and doing all that and putting stuff in my eyes, and I had to put drops in my eyes every 20 minutes. Every 20 minutes, I got some lady coming to me putting drops in my eyes. And it's smoky in there, and these shoes I got on hurt, and I'm, you know what I'm saying? We on set 16 hours a day.
Wow.
16 hours in a whole day, bro. It ain't always, but I want it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, for sure.
So it's like, you know, being able, I sit there and watch and learn and watch The Rock, watch his process, watch J.K. Simmons' process, watch Lucy Liu process, watch Chris Evans' process. These folks may have been doing this thing way longer than me, but guess what? I'm getting a class. I'm in class when I'm on set. I'm learning everything. I'm learning everything from the person who's shooting it, from the people who doing the cinematography. I'm saying this budget for that Red One movie was $250 million, Spitty.
Wow.
Amazon MGM Studios, $250 million spent on this movie.
I mean, all the top like actors they got in it, all the special effects. I mean,
all that. So when I'm seeing how they do that, I'm learning while I'm earning, and it was a great situation. So I finally go. They say, look, we having the lead cast. I was shooting something else, so I couldn't even go to the premiere because I got something else that I got coming out next year that I ain't even gonna tell y'all what it is. It's major, it's super major, but I'm shooting this thing. It's a TV show, and I'm shooting it, so I couldn't even go to the premiere. So they sent me the thing. They said, look, you can go see it in 4DX. Atlanta Station before it come out. So they sent me, so I go see it in 4DX. And I recommend going to see this movie in 4DX because the chair is moving. If it's snowing on screen, it's snowing actually in the theater.
Wow, okay.
If they shooting bullets, you can hear them coming by your ear.
Yeah.
The way they got the stuff set up with, like, go watch Red One in 4DX.
That's crazy.
So I went and watched that movie. Now I'm watching it with my wife, Spitty, and and I told you what happened to me when I played in Hawkeye, and they cut the whole part out. They still paid me now, but like, I'm sitting there like, man, God, is this, please? But I'm like, man, I know I'm in this movie. Like, come on, but I'm just like, waiting. Man, when all my scenes came up and my scenes was in it, bro, I was in that chair, bro. I was in tears, bro. I was just in tears, like,
That's
man,
what's
like,
up.
wow. Because, man, it's a Christmas movie with The Rock. Every Christmas, this movie gonna run back again.
on,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
my kids, I haven't even took my kids to see it yet. They going to see it tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like,
That's
I'm
what's up.
finna be dad of the year, you know what I'm saying, to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's who I do it for. So it was like, it was just an answered prayer, but the whole process of this being almost a year and 9 months together and not smoking and putting myself through that regimen of just like, you know what, man, I'm just finna focus. I know this coming, and in the process of doing it, bro, he brought it to life. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So the things that I've been saying prior to we talking about this movie is the same things I'm applying. I don't want to be in a period telling somebody that I'm talking about doing something and then don't be applying the same things. Like,
Right.
I'm not finna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to tell y'all what I'm going through. Me coming on here is not a flex. I'm promoting I'm in this movie for sure because somebody out there might be getting ready to shoot a movie and they say they want to cast Kia Shine. But the point is, it's really just showing if God lifts me up, I lift him up even more.
Absolutely.
That's the deal I got. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I want y'all to know how it come. You know what I'm saying? So you can apply these same principles to your life and be able to get that thing that you want for your life.
Yeah. What would you say are like some valuable lessons you learned from filming with all of these legends like this?
I learn when to say something. You know what I mean? Well, so you gotta know when to talk and when to be quiet. As you can see by this interview, I can talk, but guess what? I'm on set, man. I'm mute. I'm on set, mute.
Yeah, say folks don't even know that you vocal.
Man, my ear is big as Dumbo, listening.
Yeah.
I'm mute. But the blessing is like, when I get these roles, a lot of times, you know, I go by Keyshawn Coleman when I play movies or whatever, like, so sometimes it'd be like the cast, they might not even know nothing about what Keyshawn doing, you know, as far as on the music or any stuff I've done, produced for the Drake stuff, any stuff I've done, they don't know about, they talking about this actor. But the blessing would be when I get on set though, it'd be individuals on set that'll know, you know what I mean? And that'll make them wanna have me around even more and put me on more game, you know what I mean? And I learned so much, bro, like, it's really about the work. It's just really about keeping your head down, nose to the road, mind on your grind, eyes on the road, man, on what you're doing. It really ain't about nothing else. You know, I like, you know, somebody that I champion, besides J.K. Simmons, he told me, bro, like, just a lot of, look, it's work, bro, just work. Just get in, work, do the work, do the work, do the work, keep working, do the work, and don't worry about nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Just the rest of it gonna take care of itself. You do what you can. It's really, in our paraphrase it, do what you can and God gonna do what you can't. Keep going through it and don't faint. You know what I mean? Because it's other people that I've met, even outside that movie, you know what I'm saying? Like my boy Coleman, who plays in Euphoria, and he blowing up right now, you know what I mean? And Coleman was like, man, hey, man, he would rate tables, man, you know what I'm saying? And just like, at 51, you know what I'm saying? And just like, you know, but just putting that work in this whole time in the theater and just like it's like, you gotta just keep working.
Yeah.
You just gotta keep working, man. All of them, even The Rock, when I talked to The Rock, you know, he started in Memphis with the wrestling and stuff like that. So we kind of kicked it off right there.
Because Memphis wrestling is historic.
Memphis
like people
wrestling
don't
is,
even know. Like Memphis wrestling is almost as big as like how WWE, WWF was to a certain degree.
You can get your break in Memphis.
For sure.
And Rock got his break in
Jerry
Memphis.
King Lawler.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Exactly. Jimmy Hart. Like, the thing about it is, so me being able to have that conversation with The Rock was immediately a icebreaker. Yeah. You know, and it's just like, that dude is a superhero. That dude is somebody that's humble. And I always believe if you're humble, you won't crumble, and your blessings won't fumble, bro. And that boy humble. And that's why he keep getting what he getting. He ain't gotta talk to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But man, his whole staff is waiting for him. That man talking to me, man. That man, I got everybody right there waiting. That man talking to me. Yeah. You know, so it's just that dude's a real dude, bro. He's a real guy.
Nah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. And that movie's out right now, right?
Movie's out right now. Yeah. You can go watch it. It's not on platforms, it's in theaters. You gotta go to the movies to see this. This is the #1 movie in the world right now, Craig.
Word.
That's you know what I'm saying? Right now.
That's what's up. And you was talking about that 4D technology, bro. I remember going to, I went to a Ralph Lauren polo event in New York. You know, like the polo store in New York, their flagship store is the Ralph Lauren Mansion. And so they did a 4D fashion show where they displayed like the whole fashion show on the building. Wow. And all the different elements, like when it rained, like they had water, and you out in the streets watching this, but like they had like wind blowing, they had like it was every element. So when you mentioned that, it took me back to that, because like if a person has never experienced that, like you can't even. Yeah,
it's hard for me to even explain. That's why I'm just telling you, go see it in 4DX. If you have 4DX theaters where you're at watching this, go watch it in 4DX, because that experience is the way to watch movies in today. You know what I'm saying? That's the new technology.
So let me ask you this, like with, so you know the pandemic made it so different for people to, like how people actually audition for film and shows and stuff like that. So for that film, like, was that a traditional audition, or was it like?
Nah, it was the new scenario to where you have to film it and send the tapes in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that because of the fact that if I mess up, you know what I'm saying, I can be able to just recut it and do it again. Like, it allows me to really sit with the role, sit with the script, and be able to really master it. You know what I mean? So, and then I do it right in my house. So, you know, that's another thing too. about when we talk about being in that monk phase. It's like I'm in my house, you know what I mean, in my entertainment tech room area, doing these things, not having to leave my house or do none of it. I'm doing it all right here from my crib. So that right there is like a beautiful thing to see God bless the fruit of my work, you know what I mean, that I do right in my house, you know what I'm saying, and then see it be able to go from there to now it's the #1 movie in the country, you know what I'm saying, like that's just a man, that's just incredible, bro. That's incredible. But yeah, that's the process, man. I do think live auditions are cool because you can feed off people's energy. But if you get you a good reader with you while you're doing your thing, like I get you a good acting coach or a good reader to come in there and read with you while you're doing it, I mean, like you can, it's gonna give you that same feel. Right. You know what I mean? And then sometimes even after you do that and send that tape in, they're still gonna want you to get on a Zoom call and be able to do callbacks and line you up with another actor that's playing in it, and then be able to see how y'all mesh with each other, or may bring you in so you could be able to see how y'all mesh with a screen test. You know what I'm saying? So those things still kind of takes place, but it just kind of trims the fat by doing it this way.
Word.
Yeah.
And you have a bunch of other film projects, TV projects that I'm gonna mention, but I want to ask you this first. When you're in the process of actually filming like all these different projects, are you knowing that they're going to be coming out like around this time? Like, do you know at that time that you're about to have this huge influx of movie, TV show, you know what I mean, a short film appearance? No.
That's the thing about this. You go, you do it, and you leave the performance all right there. And everything else is out of your control.
It's totally different from music.
It's completely different from music. Which requires me to be completely different with a mindset. Is have to rethink, rechannel, you know what I mean, how collaborate how I am. Because if you know me, you know I'm the individual who's been independent. I was the one that took Yo Gotti and been able to, okay, let's partner up, bro. Let's put this album out. Let's go hit the streets with it. Let's independently do this thing. Even on my music, I've always been independently. Let's get it going.
Right.
So when you can independently go shoot you a Tubi movie, you can. And I'm not dissing or saying discredit to Tubi, because it's definitely Fox bought Tubi. It's a money making machine. Get your money. But there is a certain level of quality that I want to be at, a certain level that I want to be at with my artistry, you know what I mean? And if that's the way you break it in, cool. But for me, it's like, nah, I want to do the big movies. I want to do what Samuel L. Jackson is doing. He started in his late 40s, and he's been killing it ever since. I want to do what Morgan Freeman is doing. A homeboy from Memphis, man, you know what I'm saying? Morgan has been doing his thing till he can do it till he's 100.
Yeah.
You know, that's what my plan is. So I'm cool with taking that time and being able to do that. But yeah, the control is not mine. So that's another reason why I have to be aligned. That's another reason why my spirit gotta be right. It's another reason why I can't do nothing that's gonna get me off track from where I'm at. I gotta stay in my monk phase, you know what I'm saying, and be able to, because there's so many variables that I'm not in control of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if I ain't in control of it, I trust God with it.
Yeah.
With all of it, you know what I'm saying? And when I see him do things like this, you know what it does, Spitty? It made me wanna trust him more. You know what I'm saying? And keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because when I see it all aligned like that, I'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm doing something right, and he doing it all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Most people can't stay on track long enough to actually see the fruits that come from that.
No.
You know, like a lot of times we'll make that sacrifice, but man, we might fall off after a couple days, after a week, or we might even do it for a month and think that that's long enough because we've put a timeline on it for when our blessing's supposed to come or when that energy's supposed to come to us. And
man, you just said something right then, bro. You said we put a timeline on it.
Yeah, man. Them false expectations, bro, that a lot of us come with in different scenarios that fuck shit up, whether it's in a relationship with your lady, whether it's in work, business relationships, whatever it is, bro.
Manage your expectations. Manage your expectations, because really, bro, it ain't even you.
Yeah.
Man, like that false timeline that you putting on yourself, bro, hey man, I'm gonna be real, like, you know what I mean? You really gotta be more tapped in if you thinking, because you put that little month of that time in, you think that's what it's gonna take. Okay. You know what I mean? You're gonna find out that's not what it takes, and then what you gonna do? Yeah. You know what I mean? You're gonna not do it, you're gonna fall back, and that's what happens. People do that, they fall back, they fall off, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not. You know what I mean? I just can't. I'm too close to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm too close to seeing the thing that I want to be able to do come to pass. I'm seeing confirmations of it. I can't fall off.
Yeah. All right. Let me ask you this. I feel like the music industry nowadays, I feel like the music industry now is sort of the music industry that we were in as it started transitioning like in the digital and all of that. I say it like that because you have actors that, like how you were saying, like, you know, Samuel L. Jackson, Morgan Freeman, people like that. So I would consider that like almost like an actor being like on a major label.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Or Red One was like putting out a film on a major label.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I mean? So then we have our independent filmmakers and they putting out their movies on Tubi. So that's like an independent artist putting out their music through DistroKid or TuneCore. Putting it up on live mixtapes or my mixtapes, something like that.
Facts.
So I break it down like that because we know that like where the music industry is now, it's all kind of DIY. The independents are winning.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Do you feel like the film industry could turn into that, or is it turning into that? You know?
Man, that's a good question, man. Like, I know guys like Criminal Man in Memphis that's doing a lot of Tubi movies, and he's not playing any games with it, bro. They are pushing through.
It's my guy named Dennis Reed, I think his name is.
In
Detroit.
Yeah, the guy in Detroit, he's killing it. He's not playing. He's not playing at all with it, man. Like, he's got a fan base for what he's doing.
Yep.
And then that probably can grow to. I do think there's gonna be a certain level of quality. I think like to be able to get in certain theaters.
For sure.
To get in certain places, in certain spaces.
For sure.
I think you will at some point, if you want to get into that space of, okay, you want the #1 movie in the world, okay, then you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to change some stuff up as far as the quality of it.
Yeah, because Issa Rae went from Awkward Black Girl, which we could say was her independent mixtape, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And then that went to HBO and became Insecure, which was basically her signing the Def Jam and putting
and now putting the bells and whistles and being able to have the edits and the looks and the Aries and the cameras and the whole vibe and having a team and being able to put it together. You know what I mean? Like I see that with Katori Hall, with P Valley. I see that as well. You know, with 50, you know what I'm saying? What he's doing with his shows, like, you know, they get the real quality. They really take it all the way there. And I don't think you can lose either way because hey, if you want to be the king of Tubi and you want to make Tubi movies and make that money, by all means, be the king of that. Do that. Get your money, because there are certain artists that ain't looking to make radio singles and radio and blow up all over the world. There's some people that want to just do trap rap.
Right.
And that works for you. You do what works for you. You know what I mean? There is no right or wrong to it. It's just for me.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's just not I'm not looking to be a Tubi actor.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean,
you know
because look, we ain't taking shots. It's none of that, because it's truly like compare and contrast. Because even if I have to throw another comparison, it's like Boosie is content in the space that he's at. And Boosie's not looking to have the same rollout as an artist that's on Def Jam or Interscope.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like he's cool with where he's at, his fan base, and knowing, you know what I mean, his brand and what it is. So it's all about
it's all about knowing your customer, knowing what you want. What did God tell you? You know what I'm saying? Because if he told you need to be doing these Tubi movies and that's the way you to get on, you better follow what that blueprint is. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all. Like there's no judgment. This is just the ugly truth of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just know for me, I know where I want to go. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seeing Samuel L. Jackson doing them junks. You know what I'm saying? I'm not seeing people that I respect and I admire. And I think there's a reason why God got me around these certain individuals, so I could be able to see, okay, this is where I want to go with it. This is where I'm going with it. So that's where I'm going with it. But nah, if you doing them Tubies, or if you doing them theater, if whatever you doing, keep doing what you doing, because there is it's a lot of roads to get to the top. It's a lot of roads. Ain't just one. You know what I'm saying?
Real spit. And then film you was in, Color Book movie. That's been buzzing a lot.
Color
at these film festivals, international film festivals.
Yeah, Color Book is one of them things where I'm learning about how the film festival thing works, because it's not out in only platforms. platforms. It's just in film festivals, and it's been winning every film festival that it goes to.
Yeah.
It won Untold Stories at Tribeca in New York this year. It won in New Orleans. It won in Austin. It won in Denver. It won in Chicago. We just had our AFI screening in LA. That's an Oscar qualifying festival. So now I understand how it works with these movies. Like you basically, what happens is you go to watch the Oscars and you see these Academy Awards. You be like, what movie is this that won this award? Oh, okay. Basically, it been won all these Oscar qualifying festivals, and then it get nominated for Oscar, and then it win, and then the movie get put out on all the platforms or in theaters. So there's a whole hustle to that. You know what I'm saying? Sundance and all these. That's why people do that. So I've learned that. So your move may not be, your role might not be the Tubi role. Your role may be the same role the Color Book movie that I'm in is going on. It may be the festival role. You know what I mean? But the movies stars Will Calais, stars Brandy from P Valley. Brandy Evans is also stars Jai Daniels, Jai Daniels has Down syndrome, and he's a Down syndrome actor, you know what I'm saying? Well, he's a 14-year-old kid, you know what I'm saying? And he's amazing, you know what I'm saying? And I play Rico, which is just his best friend of his dad. And what happens is his dad and Jai he loses his wife, he loses his mom. And they trying to cope with being a special needs parent with a child with special needs. You know I speak to that.
I was just
you know
about to say,
you know I speak to that because that's what I do with autism advocates. You know what I'm saying? We differ not less, and we blessed by the best. So it's like being able to get into that role and be the person that I would want to support me. You know what I'm saying? For Will, for his character. You know what I'm saying? Lucky. You know what I'm saying? Like that was just a beautiful. It's shot in black and white, shot in Atlanta. Bro, this movie is so dope, and I cannot wait for the world to be able to see it. We put there's a preview out. You can be able to go stream. There's a preview. The trailer is out, but there's some big things coming for 25 for that Color Book movie.
Right. Now that's what's up, man. And then you were in Half Baked,
Half Baked, Totally High. That was 420 this year. Was a remake of Dave Chappelle's Half Baked movie. It was really cool because we had pretty much everybody came back except Dave Chappelle in that movie. But there's a lot of very funny comedians in that. Dexter.
Oh, Mary Jane was in it?
Mary Jane is in it.
Oh,
she's a mom of Dexter Darden.
She was so fine.
Yeah, she's in it. Everybody else is back. You know what I mean? And some really funny comedians as well too that you know from like movies like Anchorman and stuff like that is in it. Also Dexter Darden, who played Ali in the Fight Night movie that just came out, the Fight Night series that came out. He's in it. He's my co-star in it, man. We got some really funny scenes in that. That's one of them good movies to be able to wake and bake to, and it's available right now on all streaming platforms as well.
Word. And then The Wash with NLE Chopper.
Yeah. That was fun to do that with NLE Chopper. The Wash was a cool. He did an unscripted comedy. You know what I mean? Is what he did.
And is that a remake of the classic?
And it is a remake of the Wash. Yeah, and he did it. Him and Ben Mark did it unscripted. Yeah. And got a lot of, and he just took a lot of the very funny social media people, you know what I mean, out there, like, you know what I'm saying, Lou Ratchet, he got a Little Pistol Starter on there, he's got Suki on there, Lil Wayne has a cameo in it, me, Kinfolk Thugs, it's a lot of cool people in it, and it's very funny. It's on his YouTube right now. It's got millions of views on NLE Chopper's YouTube page, but just a cool thing to do. Chopper and I got music on the way too for 25 on the production side of things, so I'm looking forward to seeing him continue to grow. I love Chopper.
Right. Now that's what's up, man. That's what's up. And then
shout out to Kerry Washington too. He's got a great new artist, the R&B artist she has, Kerry Washington. She sings on that Slut Me Out. She's really dope too.
Word.
Yeah.
Nah, that's what's up, man. And then you partnered with the Memphis Grizzlies recently, like on the merch release.
Yes, we're doing this. I've been pushing this brand. It's called Standing on Grizness. Yeah. As your shirt says, standing on business. Yes, Memphis fans, we be standing on Grizness. You know what I'm saying? The Memphis Grizzlies. And basically, this was a cool slogan I came up with. And I put out some merch on my coffeewithkinfolk.com site. And they went crazy last season when Ja came back. I put the merch out. So they chose me to be one of the Hennessy collab artists where they take 5 artists from Memphis and they all like have a chance to put their merch in the Grizzlies stores, and the Grizzlies promote it and they put it on their websites, and they really do a whole activation. So on April the 10th of 25, when we play against Minnesota, Ant-Man versus John Morant at home, my merch will be sold in Memphis Grizzlies stores, and we're gonna be dropping our new merch, Standing on Grizzlies. And I'm also going to be performing that night in Memphis as well, April the 10th. So you can get tickets to it right now. It's going to be a great game, going to be a great show. There's going to be some great merch that you can be able to get right there at the Memphis Grizzlies den, for
That's
sure.
amazing, bro. Would you ever think that, you know, in the beginning of your career, that it would take you this far to, you know, being in films? I mean, you know,
Man, you
doing
know,
a partnership with
the NBA and the
team.
Grizzlies, like, you know, and then they're giving, shout out to the NBA and the Grizzlies, because they're doing the proceeds, they're taking part of the proceeds and they're giving it to autism advocates, because we're doing it in April, because April is Autism Awareness Month as well. So when you do buy this merch, you're going to be part of it's going to be able to go towards autism advocates and being able to help with that. And to answer your question, man, you know, the expectations, every door opens up another door. You get a door open, it opens 4 more. You know what I mean? And the same faith it took to be able to get you to get to that one door, if you just emulate that when those other doors open up, don't get scared when them doors open up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to grow. Don't be afraid to, like, if something comes your way and it's different than what you thought, like, just take it on. I'm like, yeah, I believe I can do all things. I don't believe in boxes. I don't believe in staying the same. I don't believe in boxes. I'm gonna stay the same as far as on what my faith is and how I am as a person, and what you see is what you get on this camera in real life. But like, I just believe, like, man, I believe for this and more. I believe in the Bible it says you can do all things through Christ Jesus strengthens you. So, and it also says he would do exceedingly above and beyond all I can ask or think. You know what I mean? So anything that I ask God for or believe God for, he's saying he can do exceedingly above and beyond that. I think it's Ephesians 3:20. So, you know, I'm just sticking to that script, you know what I mean, and believing for everything, you know what I mean, because I gotta pay it forward, you know what I mean? You know, I gotta pay it forward. I gotta look at my life and say, okay, even though I'm timeless, do I have more years in front of me than I have behind me? You know what I mean? And if so, and I don't have as many years in front of me than I have behind me, then I better get on it. I gotta be on it, and I gotta be on it like I want it. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I'm just so focused to be able to do all I can do and enjoy myself while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I have a lot of fun, bro. You know what I mean? I'm having fun right now. So yeah, I'm gonna keep having fun and you know what I'm saying, and doing what I'm doing. I still put out music too. I put out a dope record as soon as the movie came out, 6 days, well, I put a record out when the movie came out called Fly.
Okay, yeah.
And it's with Fresco Trey.
Yeah, yeah.
Fresco Trey is an excellent artist, man. He is so dope.
We've had him here on the porch too.
Yeah, he is so dope to me, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He can just, he's like a switchblade of an artist. He can sing, he can rap. He's like Post Malone, but like black. You know what I mean? He kind of like mixed with like a little baby.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? He's dope. And we got a dope video and single that we just put out that's produced by my guy, Deron Payne. 2 Cent. I had him with me last time or whatever, man. So yeah, we still put music out there.
Word, no, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. How do you stay so motivated? Like you motivated now, just like how you would be if you were a new artist, like, with new opportunities in front of you.
Yeah, I think that the experience, man. I love experience, bro. I want to continue to experience something else. I stay motivated because I got kids that motivate me. I got family that motivate me. I want to show them, bro. When I tell my kids you can do anything, look, man, yeah, you can do it, bro. Look at what I'm doing right here, bro. Now you can go and do that. You know what I'm saying? Well, we need to go for you to be able to go and do that. I'll tell my daughter, yeah, okay, yeah, go. You can do this. You know, like, I just want to show Golden and Jordy and Jackson and Jameson and Nicholas and Kennedy, I just my kids, like, you know what I'm saying? And hey, bro, like, y'all can do what I'm doing, and then I'm passing this down to them so they can be able to do whatever it is they want to do. You know what I mean? So they my motivation. It's them.
Yeah.
It's them.
Word. Most people do New Year's resolutions. Do you have any end of year resolutions? Because you know it's so important to end the year strong.
Yeah.
I've been pushing just, it's fourth quarter. A lot of people like get tired now, kind of wind down. Holidays come and all of that. But this that time to really
ramp up,
set the tone for next year so you can come with that energy. So that's why
you are right. You are exactly right, man. I believe that 25 will be plenty live. There's gonna be plenty live in 25. I believe that I'm gonna thrive in 25. I don't want to just survive in 25. I want to thrive in 25. So 24 was ours. 24 is ours. You know what I mean? Like when I mean mine and yours. You know what I'm saying? Like ours. Absolutely. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like 24 hours in the days. 24 is ours, and that's to the last clock strike 12. You know what I'm saying? Like I am going to work every day. You know what I mean? For the rest of this year. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna work on. I don't know days I don't work, bro. Christmas, Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? But like I still, if I'm on that phone, I'm doing something. I work. So, and I think when you're doing what you love, it ain't work.
Yeah,
man, this ain't work. This is purpose.
Yeah.
No, this is purpose. So yeah, but I'm definitely feel like you gotta finish strong. We gotta finish strong. We gotta finish strong. We gotta finish strong, man. We gotta. It's still, it's still about 30 some odd days. You know what I'm saying? 40 days left in this month, man. You know what I'm saying? In this year, man. You know what I mean? It's still time to accomplish something. It don't take but 21 days to make a new habit of doing something.
That's real.
So guess what? In 21 days from when you watch this interview, you can already start a brand new habit. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So yeah, man. Like I'm already in 25. Here's the thing, I'm already in 25. Yeah. There are things that I've done this year that are coming next year. There are several things that are already in the can that you will hear about, we'll talk about it next year. You know what I mean? But I'm already in 25. Yeah. Already, I'm really working on my end of 25 right now. You know what I mean? But there are things already set up for the summer already. So it's like, yeah, man, we gotta be light years ahead with this thing, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm on the iPhone 20 right now. Like, you know what I mean? For real, we gotta be moving, man. I ain't stopping nothing,
Space
man.
age with
yeah, man, I ain't trying to stop at all. I ain't stopping, nope.
So, man, what else you working on that you excited about, man?
I am very, very excited about Autism Advocacy, man. This is shirt. This is what I represent. My nonprofit, man. As we get ready to end this year, I am going to get ready to do my Give to Receive program that we do, where we go to the autism classrooms in different schools and we give Christmas to these autism students and those families that can't be able to have Christmas. You know what I mean? So we go look out for our autism community. So I'm looking very forward to doing that. If you have autism or have a family member with autism and you're looking for some guidance, some wisdom on dealing with it, and someone to be able to help with that, autismadvocates.org, that's our site. And we believe in pushing for inclusion, awareness, and acceptance. You know what I mean? So we don't have a disability, it's a different ability. You know what I mean? And we different, not less. We got some really cool things coming for the summer with autism. You know, the number one cause of death for a person with autism is drowning. Did you know that?
Wow, no.
So we have this thing that we're rolling out for the summer called aquatism. And aquatism is really about being able to water safety. We're pushing safety. So I'm really excited about my wife. She runs the nonprofit, and I work for her. But we really got some really cool activations coming up for autism. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm excited about that.
Right. Nah, that's what's up, man. Yeah. And any shout outs you want to give?
I want to shout out to my brother Dirty Fresh, as always, for holding me down like 4 flats in the doormat. My wife, Queen, she's in a new video too, Fly. My wife in that video in the back of the Maybach. You see my wife right there. All my kids, I already shot them out, man. And Memphis, Tennessee. You know, Memphis continues to inspire me and to push me. You know what I mean? And shout out to you and the Dirty Glove Bastard and everybody that's a part of putting this together. And go watch Red 1. You know what I mean? And enjoy that. And just keep in mind, I got more for 25. It's not stopping with Red 1. I'm telling you that right now. It's already in the can. So, yeah.
Nah, that's what's up. And one last thing before we get out of here. Back on Juvenile and Manny Fresh, when we were talking, they were talking about just how, Memphis and New Orleans, Louisiana and Tennessee are just like
we together.
Brother, sister, you know what I mean, city, states, whatever. So we was talking about Triggerman.
Yes.
You know, and
Wow.
and the influence that you know has had on the New Orleans sound. But then I brought it up as well that it had such a prominent influence in the Memphis sound as
Man,
well.
yes.
So can you just speak on,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying, drag rap, the Showboys, you know, Triggerman.
First of all, let's shout out to Phil D and Bus Can Can, Triggerman. Let's shout out to both of them. They down in Shreveport right now, Louisiana.
Word.
The reason why I know that is because when I produced on Glorilla's Anyway Life's Great album, I produced Get That Money on that album. And on that album, I sampled Triggerman.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So if you go back and listen to Anyway Life's Great EP, I produced a song for Glorilla called Get That Money, and I sampled Triggerman. So to your point, Spitty, without you, he didn't even know this. So to your point is yes, I spent $10,000 on that sample to get it cleared. Yes, indeed. And and the Interscope said, well, we don't know if we can get it clear. I said, hold up, let me call. I know Phil D and Bus Can them. I know them. But let me call them. I called them. Hey, y'all. Hey, I need this. Can y'all immediately clear this? You know what I'm saying? And they got on the phone. They got this done. Yeah. So shout out to the Triggerman, man. You know what I'm saying? Bus King, the show boys, man. For show. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
And I asked them, was Triggerman discovered in Memphis first or in New Orleans first? Do you know?
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you now. And I love you, Juvie, and Manny, and all my guys down there. But you call Buzz Can, and they gonna tell you that the song broke in Memphis by a DJ named Spanish Fly. That's where it broke, okay? They will tell you about it. He'll tell you the story. It broke in Memphis, Tennessee. That's where it broke.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. But New Orleans, we love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Yes, that's what's up. But yeah, Manny Fresh was telling us about his pops, DJ Sabu, and was saying that was where he was, you know, first hearing it was from his pops.
Yeah.
But I know that's just a dope, legendary culture debate.
I sampled that song, bro. I love, bro. Listen, don't play with them folks, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's why I said, man, like if you make timeless music, you gonna always get paid.
That's real.
Somebody gonna always sample you, bro.
That's real because to that point, that song wasn't even big in New York.
No,
bro.
it
that
wasn't.
song wasn't even big back then.
He'll
It didn't
tell you,
get
man.
big until it came to the South.
They thought I was gonna take an L on that label.
Yeah.
And they said, man, this dude, DJ Spanish Fly, talking about coming down here and do some shows. We came down there, bro, and we seen that this was, they couldn't believe it.
Huh.
They could not believe it, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I need to get them on the porch.
I got you on that. I got them. Those my guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those my OGs, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, Interscope gonna tell me they don't know. I said, can I hear the record? When it was done, it was like, well, it may not be your record yet, so we don't want to. I said, all right, yo, call these people, man, get this thing cleared, man. Folks call immediately, man, get some folks clear that sample, bro. And Glow came out with it. And she got on Breakfast Club when she came out with that first EP, and she said that was her favorite song on the album. You know what I'm saying? So I got that clip. I posted that clip, bro. So, yeah, man. That Triggerman is, you can't lose with Triggerman.
Yeah, man.
It's certain sound, but you can't lose with it. It's gonna always come back around.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. So, you know.
Nah, that's what's up, bro. Man.
No, thank you so much, bro.
Shine,
Thank you so much,
Appreciate
man.
you pulling
Come on,
up,
man.
jumping off the porch with
Always,
us, bro.
man.
You
I'm
already
jumping
know
off the
what's
porch right now, man. Watch me. I'm out.
She said she never ever met a nigga like me in her